Around goes Vickers.
Oh, no, another one.
Low. Watch me, both sides. Come on.
Oh, this is wiping out half the field.
This is a big one on the backstretch at Phoenix.
Look at that.
Brian Vickers got sideways and then was perpendicular to the field. There's his silver car up against the wall.
My goodness.
Jamie McMurray, part of the pileup. Bobby Labonte, after a great Daytona 500 with front-end damage.
Let's see if we can
Jeff
see.
Burton,
Look at Burton.
all torn up. Darrell, let's take one look here. Clint Boyer's just gone to the garage.
Here's Brian Vickers out here, and again off turn 2, he gets turned around. Looked like he may have got hit by the 56. Nowhere to go.
All right, we'll sort it out after this. Flag. 13 cars have piled up in the back straightaway at lap 66 here. There is a list of the cars involved, some of whom have already made it back to the garage, some under their own power, some not. We're going to take a look at the start of this one, and it begins at Brian Vickers and his number 83 Toyota. You see Vickers right there on the outside of Matt Kenseth.
Yeah, the first time I saw this, I thought when he got sideways that maybe the 56 got into him, but I don't think he did now. I think it was just from Matt getting into the 83 of Vickers and getting him loose. And it's, you know, we've seen cars have trouble off of 2 over there. It must be really slick up high.
Now we'll look at Martin Truex's in-car, which will show you that he did not get into Vickers.
Yeah.
Until Vickers was already sideways. A little contact there with Matt Kenseth.
All clear, man. All clear all the way down. Big crash behind you. Big crash.
Yeah, Martin and the 56 Truex actually did a great job of getting through that without any contact.
Got a hold. Checking up. Come on. Low. Watch me. Both sides. Come on. Go low. Good job.
Definitely threaded it through there.
Yeah, Junior did a good job, and that spotter did an awesome job.
Vickers sideways. Everybody tried to go low, but the curbing, the dragon's teeth down there is pretty steep, and a lot of cars bounced off that and into harm's way right there at the dogleg.
The nose on these cars are so strong. Man, look at Travis Quapple get into that wall. That's huge. But the nose on this car is so strong that when they hit that curbing with it, it launches the car.
Clear low. Stay easy. Back it up. Right in the middle of it, guys. Right in the middle of it.
On our Fox Exmo extreme slow motion camera, here's how this all got started. With Vickers getting a bit sideways after very, very slight contact from Kenseth. But Darrell, that contact comes at a point when both cars are turning and right on the edge of control.
I believe this is what happened to the 18 car, though, and Carl got in, and the 18 car got into Carl back there because of this very same thing. And Larry, on that slow-mo, is that left rear tire down?
I believe it is. I don't know if that's maybe when he got together with someone, but there's no question the left rear tire is flat on that race car.
That's exactly what happened. I believe Kenseth got into him, cut his left rear down, and that's why he couldn't recover. What's Digger going to see? Look out, Digger, look out.
Bye-bye. Everyone involved in the accident walked away from their cars and is okay. Here's Matt.
Mike, it looked like the Daytona big one here at Phoenix, simply a mess from your perspective, Clint.
Just a shame. You know, we're all better race car drivers than this. To be racing that hard this early in a race, we're all out there racing like it's our first time. You know, it's just kind of embarrassing, to be honest with you, to be wrecked this early. The Cheerios Hamburger Helper was pretty good. You know, just disgusted to be in here like this, and, you know, pretty disgusted with the whole thing, to be quite honest with you.
The new point system making it even more crucial to get back out. Will you be able to get the 33 repaired and back out on the track?
Yeah, we're going to get back out, but, you know, our day's done. A lot of people's day's done right there. Just, you know, 2 early cautions that wipe too many cars out like that. We're all professionals, and we should be driving like it.
Thank you, Clint.
A 13-car pileup, and 4 of the top 4 finishers in last week's Daytona 500 have all crashed today. 7 of the top 10 finishers in the 500, including Bobby Labonte, have wrecked today.
But just think about Clint Boyer. That 33 car had a great car at Daytona, was caught up in a crash. Good car today, caught up in a crash. His teammate Jeff Burton two bad finishes now.
Yeah, and Regan Smith here, he was kind of one of my dark horse picks for today, and he's sitting there with a radiator busted.
And we listened in.
I think everybody still thinks they're at Daytona. I think someone just hit somebody right square in the bumper, man, and that's... Man, that all started from the 17, running the 83 up the racetrack off at 2.
Good analysis from a fellow who may have a broken radiator there. Well, let's hear from Brian Vickers. Krista?
Yeah, Brian Vickers back here in the garage, and I know looking over every piece and part of the car, it's pretty mangled. What are your thoughts and what exactly happened out there?
Yeah, it was a hard hit. Hopefully we'll be able to get back out. I don't know. Matt wrecked us. He just door slammed me in the middle of the corner. I don't know what, 75 laps, 67 laps into a race. You know, it's going to come back to him.
Had you guys been racing hard up to that point?
You know, I mean, everyone's racing hard. It's, you know, everyone wants to win and do well, and track position is really important out there right now. I felt like that was pretty unnecessary to be this early in the race. I would have felt that would have been unnecessary at the end of the race, but you know, that's fine. We can come back from this. You know, the guys will do a good job getting the car ready. Hopefully we'll get back out there. I hate it for the Red Bull crew. We had a really good car. Was really happy with it. We were running up front most of the race there, and felt like we could stay there.
Thanks, Brian.
Darrell, I think that's a little harsh. It was the slightest of contact, but in the worst place on the racetrack and in the worst place on that 83 car as it cut down the left rear tire.
I think that's the thing maybe he doesn't realize, Brian Vickers doesn't realize. And you can see right here, this area right there sticking out on the side of that car, that could easily cut down his left rear tire. And you can see that's the wheel mark right there.
Here's what Matt Kenseth had to say afterward.
That's enough room out there today, Mike. I mean, I know we were tight, but I thought he had plenty of room.
He didn't give you an inch there. He stayed real tight with you, and he had plenty of room to his right.
Okay, but I left enough room to the wall, right? So I was down in the middle of the corner, and he was already on me.
Two different views and one pile of carnage. 13 cars involved in this back straightaway crash. We are under the red flag as our pit reporters work the garage searching for answers. Let's go down there.
Mike, a number of different opinions. Let's check in with the mayor, Jeff Burton. For your perspective, Jeff, you know, Vickers said hard racing too early. Your teammate Clint Boyer said the same thing.
Well, I mean, I guess evidence is evidence, but, you know, I can't control other people. We can only control ourselves. And we had a really fast car today. Cat Chevrolet was smoking fast. And, you know, that's all we can hang our hat on at this point. We got to get finishes. I mean, the last 8 or 9 races for us have been horrendous. But, you know, we'll keep our heads up and keep fighting. This is a really good race team. And we were really fast today and just, you know, didn't do anything wrong. Just got caught up in it.
Thank you, Jeff. Krista?
Well, Matt, another victim in this is Jamie McMurray. We've heard everyone talking about hard racing, perhaps hard racing too early. What do you think?
I think what caused the hard racing is that you had guys on no tire, some on 2, some on 4. And normally at Phoenix, you know, we get long runs and it kind of settles in. And with the cautions the way they fell, it's just everybody's on a different strategy. And there were guys at the front that weren't quite as quick as guys in the rear. But when I saw the replay of the wreck, it just looked like the 56 and 83 touched and it cut the 83's tire down. And that really isn't anyone's fault. It's just kind of one of those deals.
We have a lot of guys back here whose faces almost look evil. You at least have a smile back here.
Well, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. It's actually, it's so early, you didn't even really break a sweat. You know, I mean, you know, it's frustrating, but there's not a lot you can do about it. I mean, we're going to try to get our car fixed and get back out there. The only fortunate part I see is there's a lot of really good cars sitting in here. And so, you know, when you view the points, I guess it got guys that you'd be racing for the chase.
Mike?
Thanks, Krista. If Carl Edwards cannot get back on track under NASCAR's new point system, he'd receive only 8 points today, 7 for his position and 1 for his win. And that's not many points to take to Las Vegas, where NASCAR on Fox heads 1 week from today.
Vegas, baby.
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Things seem to be going my way.
Maybe their luck will turn next Sunday. 13 cars involved in this pileup. It is the 5th caution flag of the day. 4 different crashes involving about 17, 18 drivers in total. Let's have a look at today's Ford F-150 EcoBoost track facts. Carl Edwards broke his own track qualifying record yesterday, 137 miles an hour. Ford won 11 of the first 15 Sprint Cup races here at Phoenix, which is the home of Alan Kulwicki's famous Polish victory lap. The driver from Wisconsin wanted to do something memorable to celebrate his first victory, so he dropped the window net and did a lap of the track the wrong way around so he could wave and salute the fans. And everyone remembers the 1992 champion and his Polish victory lap.
And we were all shaking our heads. What is he doing? Because no one has ever done that before.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
And a lot of guys did it after him in honor of him.
That's right. Let's go back down to the garage. Krista.
Last week he was living what he called a fantasy. Today a little bit of a dose of reality for Daytona 500 winner Trevor Bayne.
Yeah, it's definitely a humbling sport. You know, you go from one extreme to the next, but you know, we still got a great race team behind us here with the Wood brothers and Donnie Wingo and everybody involved. I just hate today came to an end so fast. You know, I mean, we've kind of been behind the 8 ball ever since the deal happened in practice, having to go to a backup car, missing the first session, and that kind of put us in that situation, being where we were on the track. You know, I just I don't know what else to say. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what happened there. All I know is I just got hooked to the right, and then I tried to correct it, and I got it turned back around, but then it kept rotating, so I tried to stay on the gas, keep it spinning, it backed in the fence. You know, I'm just thankful for the good days that we had last weekend. I knew these days were coming, just didn't know they'd be this soon. I was hoping to maybe get a top 15 this weekend, but we'll be back at Vegas. We got a really good team behind us, like I said, and you know, I just can't thank everybody enough for what they did this week.
From the highs to the lows in 7 days.
Thanks, Krista. In all, 23 cars have been involved in crashes in just 67 laps here at Phoenix. The pace car rolls. We're back under caution, and here's a look at the big one. Kyle Busch moves past Casey Kane, and that's at 6th place.
Oh, car in the wall hard.
And a wreck off of 4.
Off of 4.
David
It's
Reagan.
the 6th car.
David Reagan pounds the wall. Caution is out at lap 126.
Blew a right front tire. I mean, I was looking right at it.
And we will not have green flag stops. There's David moving around in the car. He's okay.
Whoa.
Car's on fire.
Thing was coming off turn 4, Mike. It just went straight right.
Still hooked to the radio cord, that coiled cord. He'll reach in, pull that loose. Reagan had just gone 1 lap down in 22nd place. It's a vicious hit, Darrell.
Watch this thing, Mike. I was looking right at it because I was trying to see if anybody was going to start making any moves toward pit road. And there it goes, and bam. That is a lick.
There's no question that right front tire was down on that car.
Yeah, no question. Watch.
In front of you. He is trying to stay out of the way. Got the wall, guys. Got the wall. Tire went down. Caution's out. Caution's out.
Oh. And boy, that's Bill Elliott in the 09 car almost got taken out as well.
No safer barrier there. That looks like
that's concrete wall right there.
Wow.
And that was by far the longest green flag run we had, and that's when you start cooking the beat of the tire.
All right, free path.
100 for Trevor Bayne, the 20-year-old winning the Great American Race. Did not fare so well in a backup car for the first time, running in a cup car here. He wrecked early, out of the picture, lap 59. Important because Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards got into it. You talked about how their temper has carried over, and caught in this Kevin Harvick, who had a bad Daytona 500, but he's worked his way back to the top. And then a 13-car wreck. Matt Kenseth ignites it with Brian Vickers. Some of the headline drivers involved that have worked their way back up, including Jimmy Johnson, who had pit problems.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson had trouble on this pit stop right here, but he's battled his way back up to a 4th place. You see